Gateways to global markets. World markets have changed enormously in the past decade. New markets have been opened with the end of the Cold War. New economic blocs have been formed. New trading alliances are shaping. Inevitably, a new way of thinking and approach to doing business is necessary in order to survive in the fast-changing economy. Most countries realize the advantage of international trade. Countries have developed their economy, increased product of goods, and met market demands through the increase of international trade. A nation that exports more will grow stronger. The stronger a nation is, the more regulation and respect it will earn. With the end of Cold War, more resources worldwide accrete towards exporting. Exporting became more challenging with continued population growth and the addition of new exporters. Exports are the key to the economic survival of a nation. Exports not only help a country earn money, they help create jobs, wage, prosperity, and the power to influence. Exporting can provide growth and profit. It is a complex and demanding field, which might enchant every nation's productivity. In order to export and import products, there needs to be a system of international monetary exchange. Most products must be paid with the legal tender of the producing country. International trade involves the exchange of one currency for another. Most currencies are now exchanged on a floating rate basis. The rates fluctuate according to market forces. The exchange rate may vary greatly due to demand, and therefore the price of currency is either rising or falling. The comparative advantage which exporting countries enjoy sometimes changes if transportation costs increase or currency exchange rate change. It may become cheaper to produce in the market country, especially if large amounts of export are involved. Trade surplus, favorable balance of trade is an excess of export over imports. Trade deficit, unfavorable balance of trade is an excess import over export. A country with a record trade surplus is often threatened with deflation, and trade varies from a deficit importing country. A country with a record trade deficit is usually faced with the international social disorders. There are several reasons why governments try to control the imports and export of a country. One reason is that a country enjoys an advantage if it exports more than it imports. Work across to the exporting country. Some countries have special programs to encourage export. There may be programs that provide marketing information, establish trade nation subsidies, export and profit tax benefit of inactives or inactive. Government subsidies are money given to local producers to encourage allow companies to sell products cheaply. Sometimes these subsidies companies export their product and sell them cheaply overseas. This practice is known as dumping. It is selling on a foreign market at a price below the cost of production. Sometimes governments want to protect a domestic industry because that industry provides employment for the population. Not only the industry but also the labor unions in encourage the government to establish establish protection controls. The government imposes taxes in the form of duties which eliminates the comparative advantage and or quotas that restrict the import of the product altogether to control import. A tariff is any tax or fee the government collects. Tariffs are important in international trade because of trade liberalization or the reduction on tariff on import goods. If goods enter the country with a low tariff, the cost of these items will be low and the cost of trade will be more profitable. Moreover, Moreover, if there is elimination of tariff and other barriers to trade, there will be free trade. On the other hand, if there is an increase in the tariff, there will be a rise in the cost of importing the goods, which in turn will make them more expensive on the local market. Increase in tariff are a form of protectionism. There are two forms of import tariff, specific and tolerant. A specific tariff is a certain amount of tax for each unit of the product, and a tolerant tariff is based on the value of the product, for example, 5% of its value. The imposition of the tolerant tax depends upon parts determining the value of the product. A tariff increases the price of the item, raises revenue for the government, and controls consumption through market forces. A quota is the limit of the number of an item that can be imported into a country. By putting a quota on a good, a certain is created which can cause the price of the item to increase and also allow the local producer to raise the price and expand production. Quotas have a different effect on the market, for while under a quota there may be higher price because of a limited supply. Under a tariff, a tax that creates a higher price, the supply is not limited. There are two other ways in which governments can control trade. These are by the use of licenses and standards. Licenses are sometimes required by local imports before they can import goods. Government can control the amount of foreign goods entering the country by reducing the number of import licenses they issue. Government can also use standards, which are laws and regulations established by a health or safety body, to restrict trade by requiring that imported goods meet standards that are higher than local product items. Finally, the imposition of trade barriers such as import quotas and higher duties is not the only solution to meeting the international challenge. The remedy to beat the trade imbalance is to understand foreign cultures and business practice and to provide competitive products and services.